This is Movies in Contemplation with Jarokk and...
Oh, am I talking to you?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back, contemplators. Apologies in advance if you hear any random loud bangs in the background. Besides Jarokk. A lot of people are going firework crazy.
Well, I'm sure you all know, because based off of Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else, everybody apparently is. I guess they're fucking on sale or cheap this year. Who knows?
People are going nuts. But at the same time, though, it's kind of fitting for this episode.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, woof. Hello.
Wow.
Look at you. Touche. Well, everybody,
We got a Jarokk pick tonight.
Yeah, we are doing V for Vendetta. Mm-hmm. Yes, a lovely film. James McTeague, director.
When did this come out? 2009?
Five.
Okay, there it is.
2005.
Ooh, remember the 5th of November.
Exactly. A gunpowder treason and plot. Yes. Very good fucking film. And honestly, yes, I have been watching this movie religiously since this pandemic, and I'm surprised that this bitch isn't one of the top fucking 10 of Netflix.
Yeah,
believe it or not, it may have been. I don't think so.
I don't think so
because,
either. It's infuriating, like the fact that The Help was the #1 Netflix film from the beginning of this Black Lives Matter thing is totally infuriating. The fact that V for Vendetta wasn't even a part of the top 10.
It's just funny.
It's funny, but it's just, this movie aged very well.
It aged well, and it's based off a comic. Well, before we get into
let's
get going here.
Get the business first.
All right, so the wine today, is it's a me pick today. Jarokk picked the wine. I went with Domino.
Perfect.
The perfect play. Mm-hmm. It's a Merlot. A twist cap. It's not really the...
And it was like $5?
Yeah, it was super fucking cheap. Yeah. So you college kids, you better enjoy.
Yeah, we don't really go like that low
anymore. I mean, we don't go high per se.
No.
Because honestly, the last couple of times we went big bucks on wine, it's never worth it.
Yeah.
It's never fucking worth it. The alcohol percentage, for some fucking reason, when it's over $20 is lower, makes no sense.
Yeah, and the taste. We're podcasters on a budget.
Exactly, but we do think that some of the cheapest wine is some of the best. This honestly isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's a Merlot. It's not dry, but it's not sweet.
It's not. It's a perfect blend, honestly, for what it is. The price, it's worth it. I mean,
for sure.
If you're on a budget, get this wine. It's good. So anywho, let's move on over to the handy dandy Shakespearean notebook.
Ooh, that was rough.
All right, so I was not prepped for this, so I'm literally. We always go at it blind, but I'm literally going at this bitch blind. All right, we got lumpish, dirt rotten, fashion monger. Ooh, I like that one.
Ooh, different than fleshmonger?
Right, lumpish, poorly formed, stupid, dirt rotten, filthy decaying, fashion monger. One foolishly concerned with fashion.
Fashion.
Make
it fashion.
Bring out the fashion.
Yes.
What
do this, but make it fashion.
Exactly.
So, Jarokk.
Yeah, talk to me.
What does this film mean to you?
Right. So this film happens to mean quite a bit.
Here we go.
When I first saw this film, I was with a lover once upon a time.
A lover?
Long ago. We were together in her mother's apartment. And it was quite an eventful evening.
Oh, really?
No, but yeah,
do
seriously.
tell.
No, but yeah, seriously, no. She actually, an ex of mine, Kat, she told me about this film, and at the time I was kind of like, I don't know, man, something about it. I guess the mask and everything, I was just kind of like, I don't know. But she was like, no, you have to watch this, because this fucking guy reminds me of you in some ways. And I was like, okay. So we watched it, and I was fucking hooked. And the part that reminded her of was when he was fencing. Of course, she was like, "This, I just see you doing this," and I was like, well, okay.
She was very correct.
So yeah, it was just when he's fencing and he's fucking reenacting goddamn Count of Monte Cristo. Yeah. So I just thought that was really funny. But anywho, yeah, so she's the one, honestly, Kat. She got me involved in this film when it came out. I didn't see it in theaters or anything. But, yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And that was obviously during, like, a Bush rule.
Yeah, it was the Bush era.
Post 9/11.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think I saw this in theaters. I think I did. But I remember purchasing it when I lived in New York. Now, New York was my, like, DVD credit card debt phase. Oh. And V for Vendetta was one of them. But, like, what about this film do you, like, love?
Okay, so what does
we got the
backstory,
but, like,
right, I know, I kind of botched that.
No.
Okay, but anywho, no. Okay, well, this film, I really like it. I love the messages. And with this particular film, like I said, I'm not even, you already know, I've been watching it galore. And I just am continually finding more fucking things about this film.
Yes.
It is constantly a surprise.
Yep.
And I am learning new shit every fucking time I watch it.
Same.
And I am just like, I'm really excited to talk about it. And so that's kind of what it means. It's just, and I love the Shakespeare. I love the poetry.
Yes.
I love the intelligence.
Yes.
In this film. I love it. From every character.
Preach.
Every character is fucking intelligent, pretty much, in this film. Damn near.
Yeah.
So, and it's just beautiful. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I agree. I still learn. Like, I remember, like, I don't remember why I liked the film, but also, like, every time I watched it, I never got it.
Yeah.
Until now, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, my first Natalie Portman film was, it was Star Wars. That
was your first?
Phantom Menace was, I think, my first Natalie Portman. Nope. That's a bold-faced fucking lie on my end. It was The Professional.
Duh!
I know. It was The Professional. But I guess at the time, because I was young when I saw The Professional. So I guess I didn't put two and two together that was her at the time.
Yeah.
But I definitely saw The Professional before I fucking saw Phantom Menace. And it was just like, and again, I was young.
Yeah. My first Natalie Portman, I believe, was Where the Heart Is. I think that's it. When she gave birth to a baby at a Walmart.
Oh, yeah. I know that movie.
Yeah, but I watched it because I became a big fan of hers when Garden State came out, and then Closer, the film adaptation of the play.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dive on in here.
Yeah.
So,
where would you like to go?
So let's just go ahead and bring up the beginning.
For sure.
So the beginning, we have Guy Fawkes. I believe that's his name, Guy Fawkes. It's pretty much, he was I guess he was like a revolutionist, but he was part of the whole gunpowder treaty thing. Now I'm going to botch this because I don't know too much about the gunpowder treaty. I don't know anything about Guy Fawkes, whatever his name is. But apparently he's, I think, a big, well, obviously, I mean, he fucking blew up Parliament back in the 1600s and all of that stuff. And I think if I, read correctly, in Britain, they kind of, or London, they hold on the 5th of November, these Guy Fawkes kind of, celebrations where they, will have a statue of him, and they'll, set it on fire, and then they'll blow fireworks, fireworks will explode. Yeah, it's kind of like a celebration, but at the same time, it's I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know. I didn't do too much because I'm not really here to talk about Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, you're focused on the film, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I didn't dig that deep. And I don't know anything about the fucking comic. I know it's based off of a graphic novel.
I was going to ask that, because it's a DC
Yeah, I know
universe.
Nothing. So, that, I'm sorry, contemplators, that's, unfortunately, I don't know anything about the graphic novel.
That's fine.
But, we have that opening of Natalie Portman narrating the Guy Fawkes... Remember guy, and he's gonna blow up Parliament, and he fails, and then they hang him. Then she starts doing her makeup at her vanity, and she's getting ready for the night, and we have the Britain version of goddamn Rush Limbaugh. We have seriously,
he known as the voice of
London? He is the voice of London, and he is the fucking British Rush fucking Limbaugh. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
He is... sorry, I'm trying to get my fucking shit together here. Let me see if I can find that act. Because I love that actor.
Oh, like the...
Okay, Roger Allen. Okay, Louis Prothero, the voice of London. That's who that is. So yeah, he's the fucking Rush Limbaugh. And he's just bashing America. And it is so funny. Like, he talks just like Rush Limbaugh. I'm sorry. Like, I can't fucking stand Rush Limbaugh. I have, like, a serious disdain for him. And I'm sure if you're a fucking, like, real human being, you feel the fucking same. I'm not gonna go fucking party difference here because I'm not gonna stoop to his fucking level.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna stoop to his listeners' fucking level. I'm just gonna call them straight up fucking morons. Because, and especially today, I went over to my father's and, of course, Rush Limbaugh was fucking on.
No way.
Yeah, it wasn't him. Because he always fucking leaves goddamn AM radio on. And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if Rush is on. He's like, I personally don't like him. I just leave it on just to leave it on. And he's done that since I was a kid. So that's like God fucking honest truth.
Well, yeah.
Radio, he leaves the radio on like I leave the fucking TV on.
Yeah. And every time we were over there, the news, that's
constant.
That's
all he watches.
That he watches, yeah.
He has a filter that sometimes I envy because he can take in all manners of news, whether it be Fox, whatever, fucking CNN. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Any type of fucking news. He takes it in and he just fucking doesn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
I watch any type of news and I start to feel the fucking fire. I start to feel the passion. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is happening in the world?
Yeah.
But,
it like fucks up your day and your everything.
But anywho, yeah, so he just had it on. And I'm listening to this bullshit. And today it wasn't Rush, actually. It was somebody else. Because he's, I guess, on vacation or some shit.
Oh.
But it was somebody else. And they were spewing just bullshit about today. And they were talking about the masks because of COVID. And they had a guest on. It was all like, you know, oh, wait, you're fucking, all the Democrats wearing masks. You're the reason that everybody's getting sick because you're killing our immunity system. Our immune system's getting killed. And it's like, shut the fuck up then. You know, there are people with fucking low immune systems. Do you fucking not know that, dude? Yeah, you know, there are fucking people with low immune systems that if they get this disease, they die. Here in America, we're over 100,000 deaths.
Yeah.
It's unfucking real. How we are over 100,000 deaths. It's unfucking believable. But anyway, back to the film. So, we got Louis Prothero, and he's honestly, I do find him really fucking interesting and just kind of funny. Especially because, like, his first thing is just, you know, Erica, did you like that? You know, did you like? Well, you're listening to my show, so I assume that you do.
Yeah, of course.
Of course you do. Yeah. There's only one thing, and they're talking about in the movie how America was once one of the greatest nations.
Yeah.
And has fallen completely far. Which I mean, I look in a mirror, you know, and it's kind of like, and he's saying all this. She's like, it's just ran by leper colony. It's a leper colony now. That's all it is. And all this shit, he's talking shit on America.
Yeah, like America, like they're trying to show like good faith by, like they're trying to do like a trade.
Yeah, America, I guess, wanted medical supplies because of the pandemic that they are in. A pandemic. And America sent, I think,
tobacco
what was it?
And wheat.
Tobacco and wheat, yeah. And then he was like, I think we should do to them what they did to us about a certain tea party a couple 100 years ago. Am I wrong? It's like, I'll tell you the one thing that they have going on there. Godlessness. Godlessness. I'm a God-fearing Englishman and I'm goddamn proud. Did you like that? But anywho, yeah, he's going on, and then Natalie Portman's all like, and I thought it's quite enough, thank you.
Yeah,
just
and
turns
V's
off the
listening
shit.
too, right? Or he's watching.
Yeah, and again, that's the fucking shit that I love about this film. We got them doing shit simultaneously. She goes for a walk in a curfew world.
Curfew!
We are, I don't think, anymore under curfew. We were under a curfew for a while. during the protests.
Yeah.
We were under curfew in our area.
Our area, yeah.
But we're no longer under curfew.
Yeah, because it's like, where have the protests gone? It's like they just...
Well, they're still out there.
Are they?
Well, we just had one not long ago, because that's where this fucking couple with the guns came from, over fucking Facebook.
Thank you. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
we just literally had a protest because our mayor fucking did something stupid.
Fucking the Hamburglar and...
Yeah, that shit.
And Grimace.
Yeah.
They're calling it. Was it? There's Quentin Tarantino's rendition of the Hamburglar and Grimace is just crazy.
Oh God, that is so fucking that is gold.
That's right. I fucking forgot about that.
Yeah, but anywho, yeah. So then she is walking through the alley and meets these secret police. These guys they call the Fingermen.
Yeah, do they bring up like why there are Fingermen? Are they part of police, or
they're police?
Okay,
they're secret police. They're a secret police.
Secret police. Okay.
So they're like a secret. You have the police.
It's like undercover cops.
Yeah, we have. So Stephen Rea, I think is how you say Stephen Rea's name. Mm-hmm. He's Finch. He's the cop, right?
Okay.
So and then you have Tim Pigott Smith's. That's Creedy. Mm-hmm. You have his secret police.
Oh yeah, Creedy.
Yeah, Creedy. Mm-hmm. Creepy Creedy.
Creepy Creedy.
So you have his secret police. So it's essentially like, God, what would be an example?
I guess it's undercover.
It's just undercover. Yeah, it's just it's their own policing unit. So you can go ahead and say that they would police the police. Creedy. Mm-hmm. He's above Finch and regular police. The Fingermen are.
Okay.
So it's like that's why, when Dominic Rupert Graves. When his character says when he says to Finch, he's like, pucker up, the fingers are here, That's why, because it's like... And Creedy is one of the top members of the party.
Yeah, and is he like head of military? Is that his thing?
Something like that, too,
Something like that, yeah.
He's essentially... So there's the High Chancellor, who's John Hurt.
Yeah.
There's the High Chancellor, and then right below him would have been Creedy, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'm thinking
the
like
fucking parties.
Game of Thrones, where like the king has
the hand. Yeah,
there's the hand of the king, and then there's the Master of Coin, Master of War, Master of Ships.
Essentially,
is that
essentially?
Would you say?
That's essentially, I think, what they are going for. Yeah, they take that fucking party shit, but yeah, and then V saves her.
Yeah, because of course, they're fucking degenerates and are gonna do horrible things to Natalie Portman.
And they get away with it. Why? Because they're fucking police. Mm-hmm. One of the best things was when she pulls a fucking mace on him, and they're all like, oh, I guess we get to let loose some of our judicial justice. We get to let loose... And I'm sorry, especially in a fucking day in an age full of cameras all over your phone. Mm-hmm. Now anybody gets stopped by a cop or everybody's fucking recording.
Rightfully so.
And you can't trust, obviously, a fucking policeman to have their camera on, especially because of... Now, I don't want to bash all police, but we all know that there are fucking good cops. There's good people, there's fucking bad people. But right now, we're seeing a lot of rotten apples.
A lot, yeah.
There is so many fucking rotten apples.
And the ones that are good don't say shit about... They don't speak up.
It's just like anybody in any job.
Yeah.
Because I can go ahead and say... A lot of people did not fucking speak up. And this is at anybody's job. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
This is at anybody's job. If you hate your system, if you hate something... Most likely, the person that does try to speak up, they're going to be the one to get fucking fired.
Yeah. And
why? Because they're the only one to fucking speak up. Everybody else is all like, well, I don't want to lose my job. Or, it's not happening to me right now. So, there's nothing that I need to do. It's like, okay, so there you go. That's what some fucking police officers have done and have fucking lost their jobs.
Yeah.
And because of that, it makes the silent ones... It makes the good ones not want to fucking say anything.
Yeah, and that's why, like, it takes a group. Like, it takes a village, people, to stand up. Like, if one person does it, it's not going to work. Like, that's why everyone is, like, in this movie, and now it's like, we are, I was going to save this for the end, but like we are taught to fear law people, the government, HR. Like we're taught to fear them, so we can be like compliant and
absolutely
just the status quo. Just keep the hires up, fucking
happy.
In charge and happy and money in their pockets, and then the grunt workers just do all the fucking work and get paid pennies.
Not shit. They can't even make a fucking mortgage payment based off of what a lot of people fucking make.
Nope.
Fucking a lot of owners just don't give a shit. And that's why, I mean, I'll go ahead and say it. I'm breaking off track a little bit. But it's like, it's sad that people are losing their businesses, but a lot of these big fucking companies that are losing their businesses, I'm sorry. We work at a fucking... We used to work at a place where a lot of these fucking people would go and blow fucking money. Because they had it to blow. So excuse me for being one of the people that say, I don't feel bad.
Yep.
Like, I don't feel bad. Again, maybe that's not the case for some of these places, but a lot of owners of businesses go to a certain fucking place and blow their fucking load because they can. And now that because this fucking pandemic hit, they lost their money. Why? Because they blew their fucking load. There you fucking go. I mean, it's karma, I guess you could say. But anywho, back to the film. So
V.
V. I'm sorry.
Saves. I just want to mention his monologue.
Oh God, I know.
He uses every V word in the fucking dictionary.
Vaudevillian, fucking
villainous, vengeance.
That monologue.
Words I've never even heard of.
I can't think of anybody better to pull that off than Hugo Weaving.
Oh my God.
I can't think of anybody to pull off fucking monologue.
Perfect
better
casting,
than Hugo. He was perfect. He was fucking perfect. His fucking body language, his fucking chemistry, everything about him.
Yeah, like how do you have chemistry with someone when you wear a mask the entire fucking time?
So one of the fucking things back in my days at AMDA, one of the best things was when I took anatomy. And Tim Brown, great fucking guy. I loved him. Tim Brown. Jesus.
Sorry, he's a sexy man. Sorry.
I would
Not
too.
sorry.
I would too, Tim. But anywho, so he was one of our fucking exercises, and this is why I have this particular mask. Okay, so we would wear these masks in Tim's class, and we would have to watch somebody perform like them just doing a task, and we would have to guess what the task that they were performing was. And it was so interesting because we couldn't see their facial expression. All you saw was the mask, and you just concentrated on the body. And that is what is so fucking beautiful about this film and about Hugo's fucking about Hugo Weaving's work, because you are literally looking, and this is where his Alexander technique experience comes into play, and why his physicality is so beautiful is because every fucking gesture he makes, it happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It
has a purpose.
He doesn't move, exactly. He does not move unless there is a reason to move. And if he does move, he moves because he wants to.
Yes.
It's not out of fucking just habit. It's not out of anything. And that is what is so beautiful about his work.
Yeah.
And his physicality in this character. But, okay, so where were we after that?
Well, we were just talking about V and just his presence.
Yeah.
But Evie now knows V.
Yeah, so she knows V. And
she was supposed to meet somebody, and
Stephen Fry's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, why, because she goes to her job, Natalie Portman's character, Evie.
Yes.
How,
Evie.
interesting.
Evie, like God, I do not play with dice, nor do I believe in
coincidences. Yeah. She works at a TV station, and whatever other chick she works with, it's like, oh, you were meeting with blah, 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 blah.
Daddy Diedrich.
Like, was it supposed to be a date? Or, that was just the weird thing.
So, just happens to be.
Like, knowing what I know about the character, like, why? Like, what was so, like, weird, or not weird, but what was, it just seemed like a secret.
What do you mean?
Why Natalie Portman and Diedrich were meeting.
Why they were meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that is later on in the film when she goes to his house.
Right, but it's brought up in the beginning.
In the beginning.
Beginning.
Okay, get out of here. Come lay down.
Leave it alone. Because the coworker says, "Oh, well, Daddy," like.
Well, he says it. He says it, doesn't he? He says it at the end of the film. He says, well, not at the end, but when they meet, he says, you know, it's customary for somebody like me in my status.
Status?
Status.
Oh, okay.
Status. It's kind of, I need to meet with young women like you. And that is because he meets with them because he's gay.
Well, I knew that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's his disguise.
That's his
mask.
mask.
That's the mask. There you go. Exactly what he talks about.
Okay.
He invites women over for dinner because he needs to look like...
And he does it publicly. Apparently
he
everyone...
talks around. He talks around so that he can fucking hide who he really is.
Yeah, and I remember getting that when we finally get to that scene. It was just the beginning didn't make sense to me, but yes, now it does. But there's like a delivery...
Yeah, so we get the delivery.
Oh, you know what?
But we didn't talk about the Justice Building, right?
Yeah,
Lady Justice.
Lady Justice, yeah.
So V blows up the Lady Justice Building. We'll go ahead and just say that that's the first domino, if you will, to fall.
Yes.
That's the first government building that he blows up. Mm-hmm. And then after that, and that's a beautiful fucking scene. That's a great scene, too. But, yeah, let's...
Although we're talking about it and I hear fireworks right now.
Yeah, here's fireworks. It's beautiful, is it not?
Yes.
But,
do you hear it? Here comes the crescendo.
I hear... That's the strings and the brass. Oh, God. But, damn, these ones are big.
These are big tonight.
Yeah, these are good tonight, man. It was a good one. Good time to record.
Yeah.
So, anywho, yeah, we have that. They blow it up. And then, of course, the media. The media tries to turn it out to be a fucking...
Like a demolition.
That was planned.
It was for weeks.
For weeks, yeah. They decided to let the old girl go out with a bang. Of course, the fireworks were not... meant to happen, but somebody out there did the fireworks and the music, and then the music, Tchaikovsky, it got banned. It was on the blackout list.
And we see like the chance. Is that the like after the whole thing blows up? Even before the media thing,
the Chancellor meeting with the party.
Yes, with the party.
With the heads of the party.
The heads of the party. Yes.
Mr. Finch.
Yes.
Yeah, John Hurt did amazing.
So good.
I mean, he is just a phenomenal fucking actor, John Hurt.
Yeah.
But the fact that, you know, he was perfect. This whole cast was fucking perfect.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Because this came out in 2005, and this was around the time where the word terrorist was a hot button to say. It's kind of like how, like, the terrorist replaced Nazi.
Yeah.
Like, to say that in, like movies and TV. And I tallied... Every time someone says terrorist in this film, let's see, 5, 10, 15, they say it 25 times throughout this film. I'm pretty positive I got all of them because when we were watching this, I didn't, unless we like paused it, like I didn't take a pee break or anything. So I'm pretty positive. The word terrorist 25 times in one film. It's like that word just kept getting like brought up, and I think the film did it on purpose. And it's funny, I wonder, like, 25. Like, it was 25. It wasn't, like, 22 or 27. You know? Like, I wonder if that was planned or not. I don't know.
Well, you know, that is interesting.
Because that word strikes fear.
And it's funny, because one person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's one person's terrorist. Like, such a sad thing, but if we go back to the fucking Twin Towers, those motherfuckers thought that they were doing fucking, you know, God's will. They were doing the right fucking thing. Yeah. By killing innocent people and destroying those fucking buildings. Yeah. And it's like, and it's just horrible. It's horrible. And that, you're absolutely right. You know, they really press the terrorist button. Yes. For that. And
we got that so much, like, throughout, like, the media, like, terrorists, yeah. That made us scared.
And we could argue that, you know, fucking Trump's doing that with thugs. Yeah. He's doing that with the thug quote.
Thugs, the fake news, just fear. Yeah. Just like, This might be like the most political we're gonna get.
I hate politics. I'm letting everybody know we hate it. We hate politics. We hate talking about it. This is the only reason we fucking bring it up. Is because this movie is about politics.
It is, but like it also like even like during this time, I feel like I hate the word woke. I mean, I get its meaning and it's like a positive thing, but woke sounds like a trendy word to like hashtag. But I feel. God, I can't think.
Stuff's been brought to light that you may or may not. I feel the same.
Yeah, been brought to light where I no longer want to just avoid it and be silent.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel the absolute same. Like, you know, I feel the absolute same.
Like, out of the horrible things that have happened lately, like with this whole year.
Yeah.
I think this has awoken a sleeping bear that has been dying to wake up.
Right.
And that's why this film is still, to this day, very important.
Yeah. And I mean, let's use the voice of London. Let's use old Prothero as a fucking example.
Yeah.
Somebody like that, Rush Limbaugh, who fucking speaks and develops this fucking following, this cult. This fucking, these people, those are the people that speak up. And a lot of people, like, you could say V, a lot of people have been silent.
Yes.
And I have had conversations with many of fucking people who some were all like, some are against the Black Lives Matter movement. And, but some of those people that are against the movement, they'll be like, I haven't, I just don't agree with it because they're burning down like 7-Elevens and shit. Yeah. Now, more government buildings, I'd like to see some of those burned down. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to see burned down, and I'm just over here going, that's very V for Vendetta of you.
Yeah.
You want to see like police stations burned, like when the police station was burned. Yeah, because that's sending a message. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, the protesters weren't the ones that fucking set the fires to the fucking 7-Eleven. That's the drug abusers. Those are the fucking people that are going out fucking...
And it's also...
people from out of town just causing shit. Yeah. Trolls. Fucking...
And it's also the police.
Yeah, you could say that it is fucking undercover cops trying to stir fucking shit up. Mm-hmm. Again, who are we to fucking know because
and most of the riots were caused by white people that don't agree with the Black Lives Matter, and they want
and that's been proven that there are different fucking protesters at the Black Lives Matter protests. Mm-hmm. There are Blue Lives Matter groups at the fucking protests. There are KKK groups at the fucking protests. Mm-hmm. There are so many different groups at these fucking protests protesting against the people protesting.
Yes.
But the media is only covering so fucking much.
They leave out.
And again,
the truth.
Right there with this movie, with the fucking media. The media will tell you whatever the fuck. In this particular film, the media is on the side of the government.
Yes.
Where our fucking media here in America is, I don't fucking really know. Yes. And again, we are a two-party fucking system. Mm-hmm. We are a two-party fucking system in this country, in America. It is the Democrats, it is the Republicans, the liberals, they never have enough money, so they never get their say. Jo Jorgensen, I think is her name. Mm-hmm. I mean, from what I've seen about her, I think she's great. And if we happen to get a third-party vote in, which I highly doubt, that would be amazing because, yay, we need more fucking parties than just the fucking two.
Yes.
But if this movie portrays that it was once a fucking multiple party and then it went straight up fascist.
Yep.
It turned straight up fascist in this film.
Republican.
And it became a one goddamn party country.
Yeah.
And the thing that you see in this film is that everybody feels the same against the government. Yeah. Everybody. That is why I love those scenes where we see the people in the pub. We see the family. We see the other family with the little girl with the glasses who we will definitely be going back to.
Yes.
We see all of these different scenes of people watching the news. And it kind of makes me say, what if we did have a fucking one-party system? Mm-hmm. What the fuck would these, and I'm not even going to fucking say party, I'm going to say the fucking dumbasses. What will these dumbasses in this particular country, America, What will these fucking dumbasses do if we ever become a one-party thing? Who are you gonna fucking blame? Because a lot of you like to blame the other fucking party. And you fucking stick to it. You blame the other fucking party. It's their fault no matter what. Trump could take a shit on a fucking, in the front fucking lawn of the goddamn White House and they'd blame it on and the right would blame it on the left. Or fucking vice versa. The left would blame it on the right. It's like, it doesn't fucking matter. Who would you blame it on? But if we had a one-party fucking system, who would you blame it on? You'd blame it on your fucking government, wouldn't you? That is what they would probably fucking blame it on.
And that's why that scene when V takes over the channel that broadcasts everywhere, he says, do you want to see, like, the reason why shit has gone so bad? Look in the fucking mirror.
Exactly.
Yes.
Damn, that was good.
Mic drop.
Exactly. Fuck yeah. Look in a mirror because you did nothing.
Yeah.
You all did nothing. And that is the truth. Yeah.
Or you did nothing, and you either did nothing or you became afraid, and that's why fucking fear is such a powerful tool when it comes to politics.
Yeah.
That's when the whole sheep thing, like I'm scared, so I'm gonna go.
Fucking sheep.
I'm gonna go to the side of someone who's God-fearing and Christian. Like, didn't in this film they banned everything?
They banned everything. They banned religion.
They banned every other religion.
They banned every other religion except for Christianity. They banned same-sex.
Yes. They banned
everything.
They banned art, and that's why, like, when we finally see these home, I want to live in his place.
He essentially lives in a goddamn museum.
Museum of...
Because he took everything that was made illegal.
Yeah.
Everything that would have been burned. He fucking took it.
Yep.
And he's holding it. He calls it, what did he call it? The Gallery of Shadows.
Yes.
Like, how fucking beautiful is that?
Yep.
The fucking Gallery of Shadows. Because all of those things are a shadow of the past.
It was called something Objectables. I can't remember. Yeah. Why did they confiscate like art and history? Like, what did they think would benefit from that?
Confiscating art and history?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in that kind of, for me, that's the fascist movement. Hitler was burning books.
Yeah.
He didn't want the Jews. He didn't want anybody to fucking learn anything.
Yeah.
He was burning books. He was doing all kinds of shit because he wanted nothing but the fucking Reich movement.
Yeah.
And he had all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah. And artists are free thinkers, and even Evie, like her family, her family, they were activists.
Yeah.
They
became activists because of her brother. Her brother was part of the St. Mary's, which we found. St. Mary's is a school where their pandemic fucking first broke out.
Yeah.
They had a pandemic breakout at a fucking elementary school. And all the kids got the sickness. And you see he's got like these fucking like
pockmarks.
These like fucking lesion type wound, like all kinds of shit. And you see him in the hospital. And after that was when they started protesting against the government. They were all like, fuck this. Like, this needs to change.
Because the dad's a writer, and like Evie said, artists use lies to show the truth. I do like that quote.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
Yeah. And like Evie, I feel like she's, in the beginning of the film, like she has been running from her parents, like from what they were. Because I think she might still hold anger towards them because their activism was the reason why she got separated from them. Instead of really seeing the truth, like why they became this way.
Yeah. Instead of,
you did this, you're the one that ruined the family, not what really happened.
So, yeah. God damn. Where to go from there?
Yeah, because V, he pretty much tells all of London, like, this is the time. Like, remember the 5th of November, a year from now.
Meet me on the 5th at the Parliament building.
Yes.
Meet me in front of the Parliament building.
Yeah.
Meet me in front of Parliament.
And Evie had this, because he infiltrates the TV studio.
Yeah.
And we get a taste of everyone wearing the mask.
His mask, yeah.
Yeah, and his costume. And he almost gets away, and this one security guard thinks he got him. But Evie had this, like, impulse to defend V.
Yeah.
And she even said to herself, I don't even know why I did it. I just did it. I feel like that's, like, the first thing she's ever done in her life without thinking it through. Like, she went out of impulse. But the guy, like, knocks her out, and that's when V takes Evie to his
humble abode.
The
shadow gallery.
Yeah.
Takes her to the shadow gallery. Gallery. Fuck my words. But anyway,
so
takes her there.
yeah, and he wants her to stay with him because it's not safe, because
it's not even a want. She has to
because their little government circle jerk sees her now as a threat, and they want to find her. They want to interrogate her and pretty much fucking, because she's now associated with V.
With V, exactly. And he has... I have so many lines that I love from him. But he says one of the best, like, she's like, I don't know where we are. Like, I wasn't brought... He goes, you know it's underground. You know the color of the stone. That is enough for an intelligent man. That's all they need to know. All they need to know is that this is an underground fucking building where we are, and that the stone is a certain color.
Wow, I guess I didn't catch that line.
Because that's what he says. And that is so fucking true. Because there are people that, like, and we see it in multiple cinemas. Like, we see it in Spartacus, the fucking series. You know, there's a moment where they're hiding out in a fucking temple, and one of the people is all like, well, they're at this temple with these runes. And then one person was like, I know where that is. I know what those runes are. Were they Greek? They were Greek. It's this place. That's all it takes, is one person to fucking know where they are, and then they'll know the description, and that's it. So he was right in that aspect. Like, you can't fucking leave until I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not even a trust thing. It's that all you have to say, you could give them the tiniest thread of information, but they will still find me. So the only way is that you stay with me.
Yeah. And, well, it was to save him and her.
Yeah.
And the plan. But she was resistant to it.
Oh, well, absolutely. Which, I mean, rightfully so. Who the fuck wants to be cooped up for a fucking... Or even fucking kidnapped.
Well, yeah.
Because essentially she was.
Yeah, she was kidnapped. You know? But, yeah, it's kind of like how we...
Feel right
now. we still live like we're in fucking lockdown.
No, and honestly, I hope everybody is. I hope nobody... Because honestly, just to go back to reality real quick, you know, I'm afraid that we did lose our fucking employment.
Yeah.
We were one of the unlucky few that got fucking furloughed. And here we are now. We're still podcasting, which is great. This is honestly what kind of keeps me sane.
Yes.
Is doing this. But it's like... We're trying to take this as seriously as possible, but there are people that are not taking this seriously. And I'm sorry, but for being one that was furloughed from their job because of this fucking situation in the first place, those of you that are not taking this seriously, are not wearing your masks, are not doing things like this, I'm sorry, I blame you for the fact that I lost my job. Because you're not taking this seriously. And here we are at a second fucking spike already happening.
Yep.
And... none of you are fucking... Well, obviously not some of our listeners. If you're wearing a mask, you know who you are.
Yeah.
But these people who are fucking not taking this seriously and not wearing the fucking mask, I blame you. I fucking blame you for the fact that now, here we are fucking trapped in a fucking house trying to take this shit seriously, and none of you are. A lot of people are all like, oh, live free, die hard. It's my fucking choice. My body, my choice. Get the fuck out of here. You don't feel that way about fucking women when it comes to fucking them wanting to get rid of an abortion. Wanting to get an abortion. So fuck you on that. You know, it's like, get the fuck out of here. But...
God, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. But seriously, though, it's like... No, for real, please, everybody, start taking this fucking seriously. Because if this fucking play, which we're not going to get shut down again, But we are over 100,000 fucking deaths. We are over 100 fucking thousand deaths in America. Let's be real. Okay? 100,000 fucking deaths. That was honestly and surprisingly the number 100,000 in this fucking movie that died from the fucking pandemic. Again, why I say eerie fucking similarities about this film. This is a fictional fucking film that is looking too goddamn real.
Yes.
To today's fucking world. To today's America.
Yeah.
You know?
This is,
or even the world. Because the whole world's taking this bitch seriously. But we have the highest cases in the U.S. right now.
Yep. And
I just ask for all of you. And especially because, you know, the most important thing is people are fucking dying.
Yeah.
And if you... and honestly, if people who paint... people who are fucking working in hospitals, people who do surgery on you, do you want them to wear fucking masks? When they're doing fucking surgeries, do you want them to wear masks? Or how about they not wear masks when they're doing surgery on you and they sneeze into your fucking lungs or they sneeze and or cough while you're fucking wide open and vulnerable?
Yep.
No. So I don't want to hear that bullshit that this mask cause fucking, you know, goddamn... masks cause carbon monoxide and all this shit because we have health professionals that constantly wear them for those purposes. We have people wear them when they paint houses. We have plumbers who are supposed to fucking wear them but probably do not because they like the fumes and like to get high when they fucking do shit with the glue. But, guilty. But, you know, we got shit like that. But people wear fucking masks all the time for their job. So I don't want to hear this carbon monoxide poisoning fucking fake bullshit. Excuse me. Like, that's reality. So, folks, please, at the end of this fucking rant, wear your masks. Think about the other fucking person.
Yeah.
I don't want to continue to be trapped in my fucking house.
No.
And when and if we get another fucking job, which is obviously going to have to happen, I don't want to lose that one too.
Right.
Because we still have to fucking make payments.
Yes.
And this isn't about us. This is about everybody. I'm speaking for everyone who has fucking lost their jobs. So, back to the film.
Back to the film. And we also notice V is targeting certain people that are involved with something that happened to him personally in the past.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, was it the... Prothero, whatever.
Yeah, Prothero.
Was he the first? His scene I want to talk about because it's obvious from the opening of the film who he is as a person.
Yeah.
But we get a better idea of who he is because he's in the bathroom, he's doing his whatever nightly routine. He has mirrors everywhere so he can look at himself, admire himself.
Egotistical.
Egotistical
as fuck.
And he has TVs in like everywhere every
in the
wall
shower.
In the shower, every wall that he
that.
faces, and he's watching himself. He's watching his show.
Yeah.
Like he is all vanity and no balls.
Yeah.
Because he even says he's in the shower. He's like, I wish I was there to see
I would have
V.
showed him. Yeah, I would have showed him. I would have made him mad. He would have wished I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit.
And then
God bless it.
Yeah, and then lo and behold,
What is he?
Who is there but fucking V and fucking
fucks him up, and all V does is stand there, and Prothero just slips.
Pees
and he's
his
like,
pants.
"Oh my God, what are you doing? Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, you know I am Commander." Why do you say that? Well, that's who you were when. Oh God, it's you.
Yeah.
The ghost of Christmas past.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, and then next scene we have the detectives in. We have Finch, and Prothero throws up, and apparently something. However V killed him, he throws up, and it was very violent.
Yeah.
So they cover it up. The fucking government covers it up.
Yep, and
the
then...
media covers it up.
Yep, they say, oh, he died peacefully. This wasn't a murder. It was...
Right.
Oh, he's still a hero, and he died peacefully.
Yeah.
It's like...
So, and then we move on to the next person, which was a priest.
Ugh.
And this particular priest apparently likes young children. Young girls.
Being the
which,
word.
again, is something going around right now.
Yep.
But we're going to stick to the movie now because I already fucking wasted enough time going on my rant. But so...
And the thing is, like, Evie, she says, V, how can I help?
Because she wanted to help, but her whole plan was to get away.
Yeah.
She wanted to get away from him.
Still living in fear.
Yeah. And he, and I just want to bring up the bullet egg because that actually is kind of important.
Yes.
Also, but he makes breakfast for her. It's a bullet egg. Well, they call it eggy in a basket, I guess, back in there. My grandmother used to make them. And my grandmother used to call them bullet eggs because, it's a little bullet inside of a bullet of an egg inside of a toast. She just called it a bullet egg. So that's what my grandmother used to.
And that's like your favorite breakfast.
I fucking love bullet eggs. I make bullet eggs. And I didn't know what it was until this movie. But the only reason I found out about it, because my grandmother used to make it a lot. She never made it for me because I was never around her for breakfast. I was always around her for like lunch and dinner. But my mom was the one, when she saw me trying to make this one day, she was like, oh, what are you making, a bullet egg? And I was like, what the fuck is a bullet egg? And she goes, Grandma used to make those. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, oh, wow, look at that. But anyway, so yeah, but because of this movie, I found out what a bullet egg was, and but I love them. My little fruit shake in the morning, and then a bullet egg. That's my protein and my carbs, and then the fruit. So yeah, well, I'm trying to be healthy. I don't know if it's helping, but yeah, but that is important. And
why is the bullet egg important?
Everything's fucking honestly important in this movie.
Wow,
everything's fucking important. Because
I didn't see it.
Again, where you brought up the terrorist 25 times. Coincidence is fucking another word that is constantly fucking used. Coincidence,
True.
Right?
Yeah.
And another beautiful thing, we're just going to get there because we're already at like a really long amount of time here for this episode. But, so we're just going to fucking go with it. So, coincidence, and the beautiful thing about this film is that it shows us very discreetly that history repeats itself constantly. And we see that. We see that with V. We see that when we get to Stephen Fry's character, which I will definitely be bringing up.
Oh my God,
And we see that. We see that with those two particular people because, and even Evie with her mom, history constantly is repeating itself. That is why the egg is so important.
Okay.
That is why all of those things are so fucking important with this film. So, back to the priest. He likes young girls. Natalie Portman portrays a young girl, and then V comes and V kills him. And again, throw up.
Yeah.
All very, very fucking violent. And then we find out that there is another person that's on V's list. It's a woman.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of skip a couple of the details with the doctor, but...
Well, I wrote down, why was he the most delicate with the doctor?
Because the doctor, at the end of the day, she really did think that she was doing something for the better.
Yeah, and that...
And not only, but he's been spying on these people. He has been spying on these people.
For 10 plus.
For 10 fucking...
Yeah.
I think it's been 20 or 15 years, or however many years that it's been since Lark Hill. And the day he got out. And he's been spying on them. He's been watching them. And she even said, she was like, I've been wanting to kill myself because of what happened. And I've regretted every fucking minute of it.
And that's one thing we haven't brought up yet, was why he's killing these people. Because they were all involved with his... Well, he calls it his
his creation. He's a monstrosity. They made him. They made and they did. All because of another thing. She thought what she was doing... I think this is what it is. I don't know. But this is just me watching the film. But... She thought, at the end of the day, they were trying to find a cure for, or immunity or some kind of shit. I don't know. I think that's at the end of the day what they were trying to do was make people immune to, nuclear warfare. I think is what they were trying to do.
Was it nuclear warfare or whatever pandemic is happening?
Probably both.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, so she thought... So what they did was they got gay people.
And that's the thing.
They started fucking kidnapping.
They were targeting
gay people.
Queer people, yeah.
And they started targeting them.
Total agenda there.
Totally fucking kidnapping. And they were...
experimented
the gay
on.
Community was the Jewish community in 1940s. That's what that was in that particular moment. And they were using all of her shit all of her experiments on them, trying to see if they will be immune. V was the only one who was pretty much immune to what was going on. And not only was he immune, but he was evolving.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, I can get something from what is happening to him because I am losing every other experiment.
And he was like patient 5, and in
Roman numeral.
That's
why he calls himself V.
Yeah.
Because he forgot his identity because of all the experiments they were doing to him. He doesn't remember who he is. The only thing he knows is that life.
Yes.
Of being in that cell and being with Valerie. Well, not being with Valerie, but getting Valerie's note.
Yes.
So, but she knows the doctor. She knows what she did was wrong. And she's trying to, like, atone for it. And he was a little bit more patient with her. And he even says, she was all like, you know, I got one of your roses today, and I didn't think that you were the terrorist until I got it. And then I knew it was you. And I love this. This scene is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, it's very tender.
Yeah, and she's very much like, I've been wanting to kill myself, but I haven't had the strength to do it. I'm so glad. And when she says, are you here to kill me? He goes, yes. And she just goes, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, I have been living with this fucking regret for so long.
Yeah, she felt release.
Yeah, and then when she says, are you going to kill me now? He goes, I killed you 10 minutes ago when you slept. And she was like, is there going to be pain? He says, no.
Yeah.
She's like, is it too late to apologize? Or is it, you know, something like that? And he's just like, never.
Never.
It's never.
It's never too late to apologize for your past.
And she was just like, I'm so sorry. And he, you know, and then he leaves. And he leaves her journal for her. Finch gets it. Finch reads it. Now Finch is starting to see the corruption in the government.
Yes.
And Finch is like, okay,
yeah, his character is very interesting because he was part of the Circle Jerk.
Yeah.
And he started to progress.
Yeah. And one of my I have so many favorite things about this fucking film. But when Finch first is starting to have these, like, moments of where he's starting to kind of question the government, and he flops on that thing to block out if anybody's listening.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it's to keep bugs from hearing
I
them.
thought it was a recorder.
No, it's to block out, like, any bugs in the room.
Oh my god, that's so much better.
Because Creedy's his own fucking police.
Yeah, and I wrote it down, like, everyone
is being watched and
bugged.
listened. Yep.
Yeah. And that is also...
we saw that with the priest. We saw that with Creedy. Everybody
and
is
people
under
in their
fucking
homes.
surveillance.
Just normal people in the suburbs. And they had trucks going up and down. And it's so very reminiscent of, like, the late 60s, early 70s.
Exactly.
Like the Nixon era.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it made me think of that.
Absolutely.
It made me think of a film. I might pick it at some point, so I'm not going to say what it is, but yes.
Yeah, exactly. So he has that moment, but what I love about that is that when they're in the office, and again, you know, Stephen Ray, he's very fucking soft-spoken already, but when him and Rupert Graves, Dominic, when they are in that moment, they're whispering. They don't want anybody outside to hear. They don't want anybody outside the office. That was my problem with 50 Shades Free when she's in this glass fucking moment.
I'm so glad I made that our clip.
I know.
For social media.
And she's having that fucking moment, and she's all like, oh my god, baby! You know, he is very like, if this fucking gets out, even if somebody's snooping past, going to take a piss, here's this fucking shit, we're fucked.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk very quietly.
Yes.
I'm going to put this fucking bug. I love that. That made me like, thank you. Thank you fucking God. We are thinking.
Yes.
And
thinking
intelligently. Intelligently, right. You're really making me think that this is fucking happening, so bless you. And all of that. But, yeah, it kills them, and then we find out about Lark Hill. We find out that that's what she was doing. And Evie she gets away from V at this point and goes and stays with Stephen Fry's character, Dietrich. You've
been watching so many of his just videos, not even the film. I'm going
to tell you right now, and I'm going to tell all of our contemplators, if I had anybody that I could fucking meet and just have a fucking sit down and tea and just discuss with right now, if I had a choice to pick who it was, I would pick fucking Stephen Fry. Because
It's such a pageant answer.
Thank you. He is so intelligent.
Yes.
He is so fucking intelligent, and I am really, like, just enjoying everything that he has to say, and I am loving him as a person, and I'm just going to say it, I admire him. Mm-hmm. He is making me want to kind of live my life kind of the way that he does. And it's because he's not afraid to, and I'm just going to say, I'm pretty sure that I'm kind of bipolar, and I'm pretty sure, and he is bipolar and wears it as a badge of honor. And is all like,
he's open about it.
I'm fucking bipolar. I have moments. I'm not fucking perfect. I have a horrible past. But you know what? There's no night. That's who I am. That's part of who I am. I'm gay. That's who I am. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how he is. And it's like, I admire that.
Is he also, like, atheist?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And he wears that with a badge of honor. And some of the shit that he has to say on that end is very intelligent as well. And that's honestly kind of shit that, I think of. And I'm just like, dude. And that's why I'm, like, watching so much of his just video, because it's refreshing to hear someone with your fucking belief that thinks like you.
Yeah. Because, like, I totally get that, because we're all, like, I would say we're all, like, stuck in our own heads and have this thing that no one else feels this way. Yeah. And it's very lonely. Mm-hmm. And there's, like, shame. There's, like, feeling embarrassed that someone's going to make fun of you or call you, like, a name. And, you're going to be cast out. Yeah. So even if you've never met the person, and I'm feeling like this guy is yours. Oh, my God. I'm not alone.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, the greatest battles in our lives will always be in our own mind.
Yep, and with ourselves.
Like, that's the truth. But Stephen, in this character, Diedrich is essentially Stephen Fry playing himself.
Yeah.
Which is so amazing to me.
I wish he was in this more, but he was perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
His moments were perfect. I wish it was more, but the film wasn't about him.
It wasn't about him, but again, we do see, like, what I was saying about the bullet egg, why that was so important, is because we see that history repeating itself, because everything V did is or said is shit that fucking Dietrich was saying to Evie, and even Evie was like, this is so weird. He made me breakfast just like this. He said shit just like you did. What the fuck is going on? And he was just like, but I have something to tell you, Evie. Yeah. I'm V. Yes. I know. He speaks French. I don't fucking know.
Viva la
Revolution. Yeah, or some shit. Yeah. But, sorry for our French listeners. But, I was just kind of like, but that's just
It's beautiful. The wine.
It's the wine. The domino effect, But, but Stephen Fry's character, he's just so amazing. And then we find that Stephen Fry is also a collector.
Diedrich. And he wears a mask as well.
He wears a mask. Diedrich is gay. He has...
And his character works in the entertainment industry. He has his own show.
His own TV show. He's a late night host, essentially.
Yeah.
And when he shows Evie all of his historical fucking document, or, all of these, he has
a copy of the Quran.
Yeah. He has all kinds of shit down there.
What did he say? Because she's like, why do you have a copy of the Quran? It's like, just because...
She says, why do you have this if you're not Muslim or something like that? And he goes, I don't have to be Muslim to think that its imagery is beautiful or its poetry moving.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, just because... And I love that as well. Yeah. It's like, oh, yes. Because I feel that way with, like, Shakespeare and shit. A lot of people fucking read Shakespeare and are like, I don't understand it. I don't know what the fuck it means. That's why you gotta study it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, Shakespeare was ruined for me. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like... How?
Yeah, and it's also, like, with religion, like, I people that are so hard, I'm just, like, from my experience, like, Christian, it's like, if you, I'm going to use this word loose, like, derail or want to, like, explore other religions just to learn, blasphemer!
Exactly.
Just blasphemy. It's like,
exactly.
I'm trying to just learn. I want to expand... A
lot of people think that if you fucking do that, it's like heresy. It's like, God forbid you fucking want to learn about different religions or different backgrounds or different things like that. And it's like,
Yeah,
and I don't want to like speak out because there are some people that are really genuine when it comes to their faith, and we believe everybody has whatever your fucking faith is. That is amazing, and be you.
Yeah.
If you believe in that, believe in that, because it's beautiful at the end of the day. But allow everyone else to have their own beliefs.
Yeah,
like, that's at the end of the day.
But it's like if you put blinders on and won't at least read up or like learn other perspectives and religions, then I'm sorry, that's the thing.
And it's
if you explore all religions and you go back to yours and saying, you know what, I respect everyone believing their beliefs, but I still believe in and that's where you're going to gain my respect.
I love when atheists and hardcore, like, Christian, like, pastors or anything like that, I love when they have debates because you will always see, usually, like, about 98% of the time, you will see a fucking atheist read the Bible to understand it.
Yeah.
You will never, ever, 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 ever see the religious person ever try to learn about science.
Yeah.
Or try to learn about something else.
Bill Maher's religious list.
Fuck, now I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah, like he did all of this research. Whether you agree with Bill Maher or not in that film, he at least had facts about the Bible to back up what he's saying. And everyone else was just like, all right, I don't know what this documentary is, but if you are questioning my God, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And then his thing about the whole film is, I'm just here asking questions.
Exactly.
I preach the word of I don't know.
Exactly. Like, fuck, exactly. And my favorite thing is when people are always like, well, that's very Old Testament of you. But was that not your God?
Yeah.
Is that not in the Bible? Oh, that's Old Testament. So the New Testament is new, so is the Old Testament, like, false? Those are my favorite things.
Yeah.
Everybody brings that, but that's very Old Testament when he turned her into salt. Or when he did this, or when he did that, or the talking burning bush.
Jonah and the whale.
Yeah.
It wasn't a whale.
Old
it was
Testament.
a big fish.
It was a big fish that swallowed him whole. It was a goober. It was a gar. But anywho, enough of that. But back to the film.
Well, Stephen Fry, he pretty much outs himself.
Yeah, he's
to Evie.
And
I love the way he says it. He tells Evie he's gay without saying the word gay. Mm-hmm. And I really admire that because
she sees the pictures of men, and then he's all like, exactly what you just said.
And what you said earlier, why he publicly pursues women.
Yeah. And we see what happens. And we see what happens to the gay people.
Yes, in this film.
Especially in this film. Yeah. Yes. And that's why he publicly fucking is all like, well, I'm going to dinner with Evie tonight. Evie's coming over for supper. Mm-hmm. But he is all like, sometimes you're wondering why I invited you to dinner in the first place, to see if my appetites were, my appetites are different. Sometimes you wear a mask so long that you forget who you are beneath it.
Yes.
And that's one of the lines that he says. And it's so fucking beautiful that he says that. And then he puts on a show that fucking makes Adam Sutler, John Hurt's character, the High Chancellor, pisses him off.
Pisses off the circle jerk.
Because he pretty much outs the Chancellor. He humiliates the Chancellor. It's very Stephen Colbert and Donald Trump.
Yes.
Very fucking Stephen Colbert, Donald Trump is what's happening on that end. And he does that, and then his house gets raided.
Yep.
His house gets fucking raided.
And Creedy's there, right?
Creedy came personally. Personally, because that is how fucking pissed off the High Chancellor was. He was like, Creedy, fucking go there personally. So Creedy, and he's all like, and Creedy's line, and here is another, we didn't talk about her mom, but this is another history repeating itself. Evie witnessed this exact same way of how her mom got arrested.
Yes.
And this is what happens to Dietrich.
Yes.
He walks in, Evie, hide! She goes under the bed, and God bless fucking Natalie Portman, because she fucking nails this entire film. But oh my God, this scene when he gets when Stephen Fry gets fucking beat under the bed. He looks at her, they like share eye contact, and she's like, oh my God, covers her mouth and is like, oh my God, is about to like hyperventilate.
Yeah, and Dietrich is still quiet. He
doesn't say a word.
Doesn't say a word about or gesture
He
or
just
have any.
He just looks at her. Yeah.
Looks at her like, please
stay quiet, stay safe.
Stay quiet, stay
move.
safe. Don't let whatever's going to happen to me be in vain.
Yeah. And she gets captured.
She gets captured, and I so badly want to talk about this.
Go ahead. You please. Absolutely.
Well, so we are to believe that, yes, she gets captured by them, and she pretty much gets the same treatment, I guess, kind of that V got in some way. Not like the interrogation part, but being put in a cell, treated like utmost shit. And they are, and then in this one, for Evie, they're torturing her, saying, who is V? Who is, just say anything and you'll be free. Just dangling her freedom. And they torture her to shit, pretty much breaking her spirit. And she doesn't say a thing. I feel like Evie, this is when she finally finds herself. Yeah. How long do you think she was put through that?
It has to have been quite half the year, because
was it like it had to have been like months?
It had to be, because and that's another thing. The timeline is very all over the place in the film per se.
Yeah, it goes
by weeks. We know that weeks upon weeks upon weeks happen
because the whole thing we have a whole year to get through from the opener.
So we know all of this happens within a year, but that's about it. We don't necessarily know the timeline of anything else. Right. We know when V first took her, it was a couple of weeks because she said that to the priest. Yeah. And then when Finch has his moment towards the end, he's all like, "It's been 2 weeks since we last talked to fucking Rockwood." Yeah. And da 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 da. You know, so it goes by weeks. It's
they give you like little hints of where we are in the timeline, but it turns out like Evie is like broken at this point, and she finds a letter from Valerie, whom you've referenced before, and it is this beautiful and tragic story of someone that went through what V ultimately went through,
and what Natalie's going through,
and what Natalie's going through. History repeating itself.
Exactly.
Ooh. Now, do you want to talk about that at all, or
do you want to talk about that? I'll absolutely talk.
Well, if you want to talk about Valerie,
we have to talk about Valerie. There is no want to talk.
No, we have to talk about
Valerie.
It.
Valerie is one of the most important fucking things in this film, and she is so. It's so simple, you know, her character.
It's like she's the symbol.
She is the fucking symbol, exactly. You know, and we see her when Finch is going through the doctor's journal. We see her throughout the film. And it's so fun. But anywho, we learn about Valerie. We learn that she gets kidnapped, and she talks about herself from the beginning of being a teenager.
Coming out to her parents,
being disowned. Yes. Yeah. And this is...
And she also becomes like an actress, like somewhat like a famous, like in like the limelight.
Becomes a famous actress, exactly. Did a film with a woman that she married. Mm-hmm. And then when Sutler starts to do his shit and starts to run for office in the middle of their election, which America is getting an election. Hello.
You know, vote, register to vote.
Right, and all of that, they see him doing his shit. That's when the protests are happening. That's when the riots are happening. They're getting scared. And then all of a sudden...
People are disappearing.
Gay people are starting to disappear. People in the LGBT community are starting to disappear. And her lover goes missing. Mm-hmm. And then she said after she went missing, I knew it was only a matter of time.
Yeah, that's that moment where she's just sitting on her couch, just totally disengaged from...
Looks like shit.
Reality. She is just numb. Mm-hmm. When they busted in, she didn't even flinch. She didn't move. Like, she knew.
Just take me.
Yeah.
And then they did. And then she was all like, here I am writing my autobiography on toilet paper.
It's like that fucking paper that we, like cooking sheet paper.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they're given for fucking toilet paper.
Exactly. Like, they were given legit paper.
Yeah.
To wipe their fucking ass or to wipe their private parts with. Mm-hmm. Like, they were given legit fucking paper.
Yeah.
I can only imagine the hemorrhoids. that were fucking
bring up
made
hemorrhoids.
that were. Of course,
You don't even use toilet paper.
because I have hemorrhoids, or because I get hemorrhoids. I'm not afraid to admit it. Contemplators, you now know my secret.
Oh,
I
God.
get hemorrhoids. It's not me, it's the roids.
And oh my God.
I'm gonna make a shirt. It's not me, it's the roids. Every time I get mad, I blame it on a hemorrhoid.
That needs to be, maybe if and when we ever come out with like merch.
It's not me, it's the roids.
It's not me, it's the roids.
Oh, I'd love
That's
it.
a Jarokk shirt.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But another big thing that they don't bring up, but they highlight is the shaving of the hair. Because Natalie Portman's hair gets shaved. And Natalie Portman, she really shaved her head.
She did.
Which
shaved her
I
head.
was like...
I think they shaved both of their heads.
Still, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because I truly believe that we are, like, groomed when it comes to, like, femininity, like, beauty, that long hair, that's the only way that we're ever going to be, as women, to be looked at as desired. But the most, like, freeing thing for me was when I chopped off my hair.
Yeah.
Even though, like, it happened because I totally fried the shit out of my hair. And I remember feeling, it was 6 months before our wedding. And I remember feeling just so disgusted with myself. But after our wedding, and just chopping off all that dead hair, I never felt so free in my life. And I felt, and just how, like, beautiful I still felt that I looked, even though I didn't have, it's like long hair is like a security blanket.
Yeah.
In a way.
Fuck, I love women with short hair. I love your hair short.
Thank you.
Saying that.
And on it, like, it is such a freeing moment. Like, I really do, like, I encourage just one time. Hair grows back.
Absolutely.
Chop off your...
yeah, I guess.
It does. It might not be the same.
It doesn't grow back like it used to.
Yeah, well,
For me!
I'm sorry for that touchy subject.
Yeah, it's alright.
But,
I can grow it in other places.
Seeing that, for me, was really cool, because I've had my hair short before, but not, like, as short as I went when I first cut it, but that was such a badass moment. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But the note, it kept Evie...
Kept her going.
It kept her strong.
Yeah.
It kept her sticking with her convictions and her guns of, like, no, I'm not. And she's even, like, seeing people that are a part of it. Whoever she thought was in charge was like, okay, this is it. If you don't want to comply, then you're going to die from a firing squad. And she's just like...
I'd rather die from a firing squad.
Yeah. I'd rather die than
tell you
talk.
anything.
And even, like, before that... right after, the guy in charge was like, all you have to say, just he shows, like, a little bit of compassion, just like, okay, just between you and me, like, just give us one word, one name, and this will all be over. You'll be free to go. And you can see it in her face. She's like, no. Yeah. And I think that's when he says, well, now you are truly free.
You're truly free now. Yeah, exactly. And then he just walks
off.
And then she
door
leaves,
opens.
finds a dummy guard, goes out, and she's in the fucking shadow gallery.
Yep.
And then here's V, like nothing ever. Oh, hello, Evie.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing here?
And this was, to me, I remember, like, at first being angry at the fact that she had to go through that. But now I feel like it is, like, the most important part of the film. Yeah. For me. Absolutely. Because it's like, you can't truly understand what anyone is going through until you walk a mile in their shoes. Right. And Evie going through what, however the count people went through for the fucking government to control everything, like, it just made me think, like, that might be the only way to get people, like, what's in this climate right now, like, people that are, like, the All Lives Matter, the racists, the bigots, the anti-LGBTQIA+, they won't get it until it happens to them what the others have gone through for hundreds of years.
Absolutely. Yeah, we agree.
It's almost, I know.
Right,
Yep,
Opie?
Opie,
We
you
agree.
agree. Oh my god, he looks so cute right now. Like, is that what it's gonna take to get you to see the true suffering?
Yeah, unfortunately, that is what it takes. It takes people to fucking suffer to understand.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people fucking do not.
Like, it's not enough to listen and learn and talk to people.
Yeah.
It's like, and also with this virus, they're not going to get it until it happens to them.
Right. Like, I'm over here freaking out because my mother's work already had a breakout.
Yep.
There's, the last time I talked to her, which was fucking about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, 4 people got it at her work. Mm-hmm. And I'm over here like, holy shit, you better not be one of them. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because my mother has fucking health issues. Yeah. And if my mother gets it, I'm sorry. She is fucking... I'm not sorry. She is fucking... This could be very damaging and I'm sad to say, deadly for her. And I'm worried.
Yep. And the fact that her work doesn't give two shits.
They don't give two shits. These fucking people that aren't taking this seriously don't give two fucking shits. And it's like, fuck you. You may think you're fucking immune, but at the end of the day, you're not. Again, it's taking us back to what I was talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. But it's like, at the end of the day, you're fucking everybody else. You might as well go, and this is for those people that think, you know, oh, well, fuck, build your immune system. Again, that's like somebody fucking lining a bunch of people up with a fucking gun and saying, you know what, all of you, whoever fucking ducks first and the bullet misses,
it's like
there we go.
It's playing Russian roulette.
Exactly. If I'm gonna fire this fucking round off, whoever's the first to whoever is able to duck by the time the bullet hits the wall, you're fucking safe. That's what you're fucking doing to these people. But that's what people don't see.
No, they don't see it.
With this pandemic. They still aren't taking it seriously. And it's like, and again, yeah, it's what you said. It's fucking, they won't see it until it happens.
Yeah.
So
Evie finally gets it. Of course, she's really mad at V for what he's done, but she's finally free and she's finally without fear.
Yeah.
So she's thankful for that.
Yeah.
And she was totally confident to walk out of that place and still be safe.
Yep. And she tries to give him the note.
She tries.
She's all like, I was going to keep this, but knowing that you wrote it, I didn't think it was right. And he just goes, I didn't. Yep. He was like, I want to show you something before you leave. And he shows her.
He has like a shrine of Valerie.
So, he has a bunch of fucking...
the roses. He uses
I forgot what they were called.
Scarlet
Carsons.
Yeah.
Scarlet Carsons. He has all of them. And we missed this, but
he plants them.
Yes. The doctor...
Yeah.
Well, she is a doctor, but she became a coroner. Mm-hmm. The doctor said that they were extinct because she used to be a botanist.
Yes.
And they went extinct.
Yeah.
And she was like, nobody makes these anymore. But V does.
Yes.
For her.
And he leaves like a single rose for each body, or each
That's
person.
His calling card.
That's his calling card. Yeah. For her.
For her.
Yeah.
That's his revenge for Valerie.
And that's a thing.
And for everyone, honestly.
And for everyone. Like, at first you really think that V is doing this because of what happened to him. And we didn't bring it up, but on the 5th of November, a fire
happened at
Lark Hill, and V came out, his whole body completely scarred.
Burned, yeah.
Yeah, burnt, but it's like...
And he has that roar.
That roar. Yeah, that crazy
Well, it wasn't
roar.
like that, but it was...
Well, it's crazy, yeah.
That was very Chewbacca, what I did.
Yeah. But it's almost like he was doing it for her.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the note, she even says, even though we might never meet, speak, or whatever, just know this. I love you.
Yeah. How fucking empowering is that?
Yes.
Like, absolutely. Like, that is... Oh, yeah. I'm getting fucking... Oof, I know, buddy. I'm right there with you, baby. You know, like, oh, my God. I tell you. Yep. But that's beauty right there. That's rapture. And... So, let's move on. So, Creedy's starting to get really fucking finicky, and V uses this. But I do want to talk about one of my favorite moments in this film, which is when fucking Finch goes and he actually meets face-to-face with V. V fucking is with his goddamn deception of +9. You know, he has Huh?
+9.
+9. Because V's charisma is obviously 20 and he has a +9 in deception.
Okay.
We haven't played D&D in so long. I know.
Oh my god.
I know, it's
How
been a while.
dare I?
I know, it's been so long since we played fucking D&D, and God knows when we're going to be at the table again. But, anywho, so... but that's V also, because he does. He fucking makes disguises. That's what he did to fucking...
To Evie. Yeah.
But anywho, so he's talking to
the inspector
Finch, and he as this guy named Rockwood, and Rockwood is spilling the beans, aka V. He's saying all this shit, and I love this, and I didn't write this fucking down, which I should have, word for fucking word, but I'm gonna go for it as best as I fucking can, because essentially it is what we are going through.
Yeah, and you can look it up.
Look it up.
On YouTube.
I highly fucking suggest
that moment.
Looking up this. We can't play it because we don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
Because otherwise I would play the fucking the skit. But look this scene up. It is just Rockwood, V for Vendetta. Look that up if you didn't watch the fucking film, and just listen to what this fucking particular conversation is. Because
it's like talking to a fortune teller.
It is, and it is,
or a psychic.
And this was one of the first things that I thought of during this entire pandemic was this scene, and I was just like, "Fuck," because he talks about how there was a virus that erupted. It was in the middle of a fucking before they were supposed to make their election for their next prime minister, and all kinds of shit like that. And then as soon as the fucking virus hit, as soon as the pandemic started, that's when, as soon as the High Chancellor was, and that's when it became a fascist state, was when he took over, he became a fucking fascist.
Well, because he used the virus to his advantage. He used fear.
Exactly. And then, lo and behold... As soon as he gets elected, there's magically a fucking cure. Whoop-de-fucking-woo.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. And I was just like, oh my god, dude, this is so eerie. Again, just so scaringly accurate. Eerie. And I was just like, fuck. And then moving on from this particular scene to the next, when V's revolution is coming to a fucking, is about to actually happen. And then Finch, I love his monologues, Finch's, because he has another monologue where he's talking to Dominic, and he's all like,
Domino,
and there's the iconic domino scene. V starts fucking making his domino. The beautiful fucking visionary.
Beautiful scene.
And he's doing that, and Finch is having his monologue, and he's talking about it, and Finch is all like, there's going to be something that's going to happen. Because Finch is all like, I went to Larkill because I wanted to see what... And it was like I saw the past and I saw what was going to happen.
Yep. He saw past, present, and future.
Yeah, and he was like... It was just a feeling, though. Dominic was like, well, what's going to happen? I don't know. I told you it was just a feeling. But I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is... And then we have the scene of this little girl in the beginning of the film who was... young, probably 10, who the fuck knows, but she is so on board at such a young age.
From the beginning
of this film, she is for the revolution. She is on V's side. She's the one going out fucking writing graffiti all over the wall. This little girl with glasses that are as thick as an 80s lens. Oh my god.
I believe the children are our future.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. So
they're the
she
fucking
is
Gen Z.
She is
of our time.
Yeah, she is hardcore for the fucking revolution. And she's tagging. And we see a fingerman shoot a cop. Yep. Let's say it. We see a cop shoot her. And then
just for wearing, because the mask and the costume was delivered
to all houses, to everybody. And the police was like, we gotta figure out where they all went. And even he did that on purpose.
Well, and the chance, anybody wearing those masks
will
be shot on sight or be considered a terrorist.
Yeah. So
made an example of.
Yeah, so the fucking fingerman shoots this little girl wearing this mask. And Finch says one of the best fucking lines that, yes, happened during the shooting. Well, not the shooting, but it happened during the death of George Floyd.
Yes.
It was, he says, I wish I had this verbatim, but I don't. He said, when
Did you? I swear
I didn't write that one down. I should have.
Didn't?
Nope, I should have wrote it. And if I did, it's in my fucking notebook, and I'm not
did.
going to stop to go get it.
Okay.
But, because we're already there. But I'm passionate.
You're in the moment.
I'm in the moment. So he says, he pretty much is all like, somebody's going to do something stupid. And when they do, it's going to set things off. And sure the fuck enough, there's the scene of the fucking fingerman. He shoots the girl. He walks over to her fucking corpse. And now what do we see? All of these pissed off fucking people. And I am talking big fucking dudes.
And women.
And women. But like a lot of pissed off. And all of these people, they have fucking batons. Mm-hmm. They have fucking pipes. Crowbars. They have every fucking type of weapon that they could fucking muster.
Any blunt
Because they see this fucker do this to a girl, to a little child. And they are pissed. And they go up to this cop. And he's all like, fuck you, I'm a fingerman. He pulls out his badge. He's like, all of you back off. And he pulls his gun out. And then one dude with a wrench just fucks him.
Yep.
He fucks him. And then that's when it all sets off. Riots start, all kinds of shit. And then we're seeing shit with riots, tear gas, all kinds of shit. Again.
And then we see the Chancellor bring in the military. To try to...
And then, again, Finch has another fucking amazing thing. Dominic says, what do you think's going to happen? What happens to anybody that fucking stands up to people? What happens to anyone without guns who stand up to people with guns?
Yes.
That's what happens. That's what is so sad. That it takes, and that goes right... People will argue and say that those protests... with all the white people with their rifles and shit, that was a successful protest. How sad is that we have to say that was a successful protest because the cops and everybody didn't do anything to those people because they had firearms. But we have a bunch of fucking black people who are protesting without weapons, who are protesting peacefully. Yes, there are some people that are going in there fucking starting shit. And, again, that takes us back to the conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, they did say that the people with the guns. How sad is that? Yeah, I agree. Fireworks.
We hear ya.
But, again, how sad is that? Like, you have to have guns to stand up to your government.
Yeah.
And again, maybe that is what everybody has to do. I'm not condoning that because I'm not saying that violence is the answer, which it isn't. It shouldn't ever be. But our government thinks that it's
They're
the
doing
answer.
it. They're using fucking violence. They're using fucking guns.
They think that that's the fucking answer, and apparently that's the answer in the film as well.
Yep.
So,
and we see the Chancellor. He's starting to get fucking
fuming.
Scared.
Yeah, he's
not even
freaking
fuming.
out.
He is fucking terrified.
Yeah, and he's blaming it on Creedy, which V knew that was going to happen. He played that as a strength.
That is a question, like, why did Creedy do why did Creedy do what he did at the end of the film?
We're getting short on time, but I'm going to try to be as fucking brief as possible with this.
V goes to Creedy and...
V starts this all when he starts talking as Rockwood.
Yeah.
Because he said, I want Creedy under surveillance. He fucking says it. He plays that card.
Yeah.
Put Creedy under surveillance and then I'll come back.
Yeah.
They put Creedy under surveillance. V goes, visits Creedy and is all like, he essentially is all like, you're being watched. The Chancellor doesn't trust you. And then here we have coincidence quotation.
Uh-huh.
And that's when Creedy, he puts that bug in Creedy's ear that the fucking Chancellor doesn't trust you. The Chancellor's going to blame you. Everything that starts to happen after that with the masks, with the riots, with everything, the Chancellor is blaming Creedy because Creedy...
like double cross.
Creedy is essentially the fucking next person in charge. He is the one... He is the supervisor.
Like second in command?
If you will. Yeah. He's the supervisor, if you will, at the store.
Vice president?
If something goes wrong there, it's your fucking fault. That's essentially what the Chancellor is doing to Creedy. And Creedy's starting to see this. And now that bug is starting to grow that V put in his ear. So Creedy is like, he's right. The Chancellor is going to fuck me. That's why he writes the X on the door and is all like...
with the X on the door?
Because that was... V said, if you are going to be on my side, if you're going to get the Chancellor for me, put an X. If you want to fight with me.
That's very biblical, too.
Right.
Like with Moses.
The lamb's blood.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So he puts the X on the door, and then... fucking V, that's when he has that beautiful last dance with Evie. Mm-hmm. And he leaves Evie everything. He's all like, I want you to have everything. I want you to have the Shadow Gallery. I want this train, but you have to be the one to do it. Mm-hmm. I'm leaving it in your hands. You're going to be the one to blow up Parliament.
Because it's up to her. It's up to her.
It's up to her.
Yeah.
And he goes because he's going off to go kill himself. Mm-hmm. He wants to get his final revenge so that he can finally be at peace, which is by him dying. That's the only way he will be at peace. Kind of like the Doctor. Yeah. The only way she will feel at peace is when she finally dies.
I swear, like, he has to be, like, the most important anti-hero ever.
Absolutely. Yep. And he goes, and Creedy, sure enough, delivers. He brings fucking the Chancellor.
The Chancellor, yep.
And I love that because V is all like... Oh, Chancellor, here you go. You know, he puts the rose in John Hurt's shirt. Mm-hmm. And then he just is all like, Mr. Creedy. And then Creedy just, like,
he's in charge.
Like, he's in charge of Creedy. I love that moment because it's like, he took over, dude. He charmed person on that motherfucker, and it was a success. He used charm person on fucking Creedy, and Creedy went ahead and fucking did it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. And it was beautiful. And then... Creedy all of a sudden backtracks because, you know, he killed his friend, and just like in Charmed Person, you can fucking remember what happened.
Once you've been charmed, when the charm is, because I have that spell,
right.
I do have that spell. When you charm somebody, that charmed person will remember
what happened. There it is. And then fucking Creedy's all like, let's see what you are under that mask. And he's like, everybody kill him. They fucking blow holes into V. V is still standing and is all like, and he has that amazing line of, no, what you have are bullets in the hope of when your guns are empty that I am dead, because if not, it's my turn.
Yep.
And sure enough,
I will do more harm.
Yeah. And sure enough,
before the time that you reload your guns.
He fucks shit up as soon as they're reloading. He kills everybody. And then he kills Creedy, and Creedy's all like, why won't you die? And he says, underneath this mask is more than flesh. It is an idea.
Yeah.
And ideas are bulletproof.
Yes.
And then he strangles him. He breaks his fucking neck.
That was the most, like, intimate death that we get to see. I like intimate, but, like...
Because of his bare fucking hands.
Bare fucking hands. No knives, no nothing. Like, it was legit.
Yep.
Him.
Yep.
V, physically.
And then V manages to get back to Evie.
Where he has this train.
Yeah,
like
train.
Full of like explosives to go straight to the Parliament.
Yep. And then when V dies, she puts him in the train with a bunch of Scarlet Carsons.
Yeah, and also like V says something to Evie like, you actually, like, he fell in love with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in a way.
And that beautiful kiss.
That beautiful kiss. Like, she kisses his fucking...
His mask.
Mask. We never get to see his face.
Because he doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want it to be... He literally has another beautiful line that is, again, you know, not not verbatim, but it's, again, a beautiful line of, you know, but I am no... My face is no more me or something like that than my muscles or the bones underneath those. Like, you don't need to see me, essentially. Like, but
like she fell in love with the person on the inside,
right? Not his.
Very Beauty and the Beast.
Very. Oh God, yeah. Thank you. But yeah, then they have that moment. She has that beautiful moment where she kisses his mask and he feels the passion, and it's just like, oh my God. And then she says, like, I don't want you to die. And he says, that is the most beautiful thing anybody has ever said to me. Oh. Like, I don't want you to die.
Yeah.
Like, that is the most beautiful thing anyone has ever said to me. And then he dies. Then she puts him on the train. Finch comes.
The inspector, and he at first tries to, like, stop Evie.
Yeah.
And I wrote down this... line that she says, this country needs a lot more than a building right now. It needs hope.
Exactly. And that, I think, is very relevant to what we need right now.
Yes.
We don't need... A president is I'm sorry, one of the last things that we should be thinking about, we all need to start thinking about each other in this country, in America. Yeah. We need to start literally thinking about our fellow man, which is...
Yeah, statues and all that shit like that.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Like, we need to stop filling about with this bullshit, and we need to start thinking about the real problem, which is human lives. Fuck the statues. Fuck the name changes. Fuck all these things that are happening. We need to start going back to remembering what the fuck we are doing. What are we living for? We are living.
Thank you. Took the words right out.
Yeah, we are living to live. This is ridiculous what we're going through here in America. So, yeah, but she blows up Parliament, and she has another beautiful line where she's saying, you know, because Finch says, who was he? And she says, he was Edmond Dantes. He was my mother, my father, my brother. He was me. He was you. Yeah. He was all of us. Like, he is that fucking rebel in all of us.
Yes.
And that is why we have that symbolism of even the dead people taking the masks off.
Yes.
That is why we see fucking Diedrich. We see Valerie. All of these people, because V was legitimately that rebel in all of us that not even the rebel, the right.
The right, yeah. He was that little voice inside of us, justice, that wants to speak up, but we keep it down to keep up with the status quo.
Yeah. So, yeah, they blew up Parliament, and then that's the end of the fucking film. And
it's like the end. It's the beginning of the end, or end of the beginning.
Yeah. And that, you know, again, contemplators, that was a very rough one today, but that's fine. You know, it needed to happen. So let's move on to the handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook. Notebook. All right. Who was the lumpish, dirt-rotten fashionmonger? Who was the lumpish, poorly formed, stupid, dirt-rotten, filthy, decaying fashionmonger?
The Chancellor.
One foolishly concerned with fashion. I mean, I could argue the Chancellor. Yeah, I could say the Chancellor. We could say the Chancellor and or Creedy.
Creedy, yeah.
Because Creedy, at the end of the day, was the one who told the Chancellor to fucking kill all the kids at St. Mary's.
Oh, I didn't.
He was the one that...
He was the one?
Yeah, he was the reason that the Chancellor... Because he said, instead of using the disease against an enemy or another country, use it within yourself, because that will get you elected.
I didn't know that.
Because then you will be the savior. That is why he did St. Mary's. He did the water plant, and then one other place. I don't remember what it was, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Creedy was the reason that the disease went out like that. That was his idea.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and say the Chancellor, and God bless John Hurt, and R.I.P. because he was amazing. But anywho, okay, that was it. So let's go to the ultimate question: would you watch this film without me?
Yes, definitely, because I've watched it without you years before I even knew you.
Right, well, I mean, yeah.
But I love that, like, now I have no more questions about this film. I know I'll still continue to learn more. Yeah. And that's why I love the movie so much. Yeah. But I feel like I now, like, understand. I understand it.
Good. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you can always learn more. And contemplators, I hope you all give this a good couple watches.
Yes. Do not watch this one time.
No. So, okay, what do you got in store for me next week?
Well, I honestly thought for a little bit that I've, like, run out of, like, films and ideas to do. But I've recently been finding some good stuff. But I want to kind of break off from what we've done, and I really want to do something that's like lighthearted.
Oh, lovely.
Like wholesome.
Okay.
Like just, you know, like just light.
Good.
I've been wanting to do this since day one, but I've been holding back trying to do like other stuff, but
well, the anticipation is killing me.
Showgirls.
Okay. I'm so on board.
We're gonna have some fun.
Oh, Lord help us.
And like this is one of my top 10 favorite films of all time. But also recently, a documentary came out about the film.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
So we're doing it. We're gonna do
Good.
Showgirls.
Opie's excited too.
Look at him. Oh
All
my
right,
God.
yeah, man, he jumped up on my fucking lap on this chair.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, contemplators, thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful day. Happy 4th of July to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to get this up before then, but, happy 4th of July after. Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful night, wonderful day. You can find us on all podcasting platforms. Please like and subscribe.
Yes, give us a little review if you like. We are all over the World Wide Web. On Twitter, we are movies_pod. On Instagram, we are movies.contemplation_pod. Our email is movies.contemplation@gmail.com. And Facebook, Movies and Contemplation.
Yes, and we'll see you cats next week with Showgirls.
Showgirls.
All right, contemplators, take care now. Bye-bye then.
Different place